I hope you're having a wonderful evening. We are going to work on some more of the belos peaks. So I did my walking test in them, and they were fantastic. I'm so excited for them. Let me move his head real quick. So we're going to start by putting some foam onto here. So this one is the left ankle. I'm honestly thinking that I'm probably going to do, I want to keep the zipper open, but I think what I might do is I may wrap this around as close as I can, just to try to give myself a little bit of structure, and then put another part over here. And it's like, I don't mind if I keep them in two parts, because that's kind of what I was hoping to do. Or just put like a little piece of elastic between here and here. But yeah, I'll figure that out. Because I do want him to kind of fit as close to these edges as possible, to try to give myself some space to work and to have to do less work to make him a bit wonky. Because my other option is to just make a few smaller pieces to fit in some of these spaces here, instead of having one large piece, which I may honestly do. Because if I fill in some of these smaller pieces like here and here and along the sides first and just build my way up, then I might be able to get a little bit more of the shape I'm looking for. Hello, hello, Forrest. I'm very sorry if it's loud. The dishwasher is going, which is another reason I was trying to delay a little bit. And then my mom called, and I'm not going to refuse a call from my mom. Trying to get the little shedding pieces off. But yeah, I am working on belos today. Ryan said that we haven't had any power problems, but I fear solely for the fact that Amnesia doesn't save. So I was like, let's not today. Let's not test my poor Wi-Fi and find out that it hates me today. But yeah, I'm super excited for belos. He's gonna be so good. I think I might honestly cut this piece down a little bit and just kind of do the back of the leg first, and then add pieces in other spots, because he doesn't have to be too big. I want to make sure I have some depth, but it's like, so I might actually cut this in smaller pieces. Exactly. Better to be safe than sorry, especially when I'm in control of the saving, and the saving is at a lamp in the main room. I'm not going to get the saves that I want. But I think I may actually cut some pieces down. I may save these and use those as pieces later. These are part of the mask. Those are staying there. Let me grab my big sheet. Because a lot of people say reduction is a bit easier. I'm honestly at the point where I'm like, I just want to start building it up a little bit, layer by layer, but also not completely. I'm thinking I'm going to put a chunk right here so that it'll curve up, and then that'll fill in like this half of the foot, and then have another chunk over here, and then this is the height that I want the foot to be. So this is good. And then this part is going to be part of the ankle. So I just need to make sure that this zone is filled out to the same level as this. So I think that's what I'm going to start with. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have this thicker foam, but it's a little too thick. Yeah, so I think I will stick with this one, and I'm just going to cut myself a few strips, because I only need a tiny piece for over on this side and a small piece for over on this side. So honestly, actually, I'm just going to use these small pieces. I cut them out for this foot anyways. I can always cut out another chunk like this if I want to do more for the top. Okay, so I want it to be, there's my tape measure. I want all of these pieces to be roughly about 2 inches tall. Scoop that up a little bit, scoop the glue over a little bit. In my head, I'm just like, this bitch needs to get herself a ruler, but I know that this bitch is not going to remember to get a ruler. I have bad habits of that. But I am extremely excited for Belos. Like, he's gonna be, like, in my head, I'm like, he's gonna be awesome. And I'm hoping that I'll have a good reaction. But I'm also terrified that people are gonna be like, oh, why do you like the villain? And get really, really, like, defensive about it. And be like, he's a bad person. It's like, yes, I know he's a bad person. It's like, I hate him, but I love him. He is a very bad person. And it's like, I understand that. But trauma. The trauma is, it's like trauma sauce. It's good shit. I just want 2 chunks. 2 chunks that are about 2 inches tall. I don't know if the microphone picked up that sound, but it was flippin' hilarious. The foam just split apart and just went boom. It was so funny. Okay, come back here, boo. Okay. So now I want the flat end this way. Oh, nice. So I went just to slice it over 2 inches, but I can use that to shape. So that's actually not bad. And then this can curl around the back a little bit. And then I can probably cut off little pieces. Toby, excuse you. Stop. Yes, you. He's like, Mama, but you love me. Yeah, and you gotta stop. You menace boy. Excuse you. Little Pete's. But I'm excited for Techo. I think it's gonna be fun. I know I'm just being Owl House like the whole weekend, but I'm like, this is gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. It'll be nice to hang out. It'll be nice to adventure and run around. And hopefully it will be relatively chill. And hopefully people will be more chill than over at AwesomeCon about Dream SMP cosplays. But it's like last year it was pretty great. So I'm thinking that hopefully, knock on wood, that people won't be shitty. I know, I keep bringing up that conversation, and I'm like, brain, we just gotta stop. Okay, perfect. That's the perfect height for the zipper. But my brain just focuses on it, and I'm like, no. But, okay. This will be good. This will give me peeps. This side at least will stay in because it is, like, somewhat held in there properly because of the two toe pieces. That's actually really nice. That is going to for sure stay like that. And then when I glue these, I'm just going to pull them out a little bit, and I'll put a little piece of foam on the inside here and a little piece right there. Honestly, I can probably use a few of these chunks to just slip that in there. Maybe. Might be a little too big. If I stick that in there and go like this, and go like that, well, that worked okay. Maybe I can do that. And it keeps it lightweight. Oh my gosh, I can't see who that is. Who'll be that? Let me turn my screen brightness up a little bit. Hello, Avi. I should have known because I saw the rainbow cow. Hopefully you're having a nice day. We are working on the belos pizza. Getting ready for Teco. I want those two other little pieces. Will this part work, though, is the next question. That worked a little bit. Can I turn it? And will that stay? Ooh, it do. Okay, perfect. These are going to be a godsend to help me keep the weight down and help me be able to push pieces out for gluing. Okay, perfect. And then this will get just glued here, and then I'll have another piece of foam probably stationed right there. Just like, I'm trying to decide if I want to do an actual piece of foam across the top here, but I'm leaning towards no, solely for the fact that I want it to have a sort of foot shape, and I feel like that will get too tall with the toes. So I might just put a little tiny sliver right here to fill in this spot and just give it a little bit more seamless appearance. And I think it'll be good. And I'll do the same on this side as well. So now if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to cut it down at the back in the middle. Because I like this shape. So we're going to go whoop and whoop. I'm just going to use this to cut it down real quick. Do as I say, don't do as I do. It's not the straightest of angles, but it's okay. It works. And now that's a little bit more towards the middle. And I should be able to use this part. I'll trim it down a little bit, but I'll put it like right up here, and then I can shape it a little bit. Oh, that might work. Shape that down a little bit while I shape the other sides down. Oh, perfect. Okay. Yes, I like it when things work. Look at this, Pete. It's turning into a foot. I'm so proud of it. Slowly but surely, this will become a belos foot. And I can walk in it, so it's already beaten all of my odds and expectations. I'll probably cut. Whoop. Okay, we're safe. We're good. This is me just rough estimating it, so I might fuck it up, I might not. We'll see. And if I do, then I just add a little tiny bit left. But I think it should be good. Perfect. Okay. So I need a few more of those chunks. Where is the edge? Is it you? It's you. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. I'm always the problem. I'm just gonna cut myself a few more chunks of this. Because I used this part for the front of the shoe. I'm thinking I'm gonna need about 1, 2, I might put one up by the front, but that should glue pretty well. So I'll need at least 2 for each shoe. So I think I'll need 1 more. And again, this is kind of all cobbled together, which is fine. It's great. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 more. That one I didn't go through all the way, but that's okay. Okay, now I should have enough. I'll put this back over here for the moment. You're lurking today. Well, welcome, welcome. Everybody is welcome to lurk. It's just gonna be like very chill. We're working on feats that may or may not bring people in. Bring all the crafters to the yard. Not really. If only it were that simple. This will go here, this will go here, now it'll go like that, and now it'll go like that. Perfect. We have the feet forming. And now I think I'm just going to cut out the other pieces that I need and kind of try to match them here. Do I have enough to do 2 of these? Kinda. How long are you? There it is. Yeah, that's a little over 4 inches. I can make that work. Lazy woman's measuring. Oh, it didn't do the spring sound like it did last time. Nope. Be free. Mm-mm. Okay. So some of this is a little bigger than the other, but that's fine. It's not horrible. Because in theory, my shoes should be symmetrical. In theory. I'm putting too much pressure on this. Alright, let's spin you around. Very light and delicate. Okay. You stay with this one. You two stay here. This one goes... Yeah, this one only had like a tiny bit. But yeah, we'd be crafting today. I've been crafting a lot the last few weeks, but today was mostly because I was afraid of losing save data. Most terrifying thing. No! That one's that. This is this. Where did my little chunk go? There it is. There we go. Okay. It escaped. I did not approve. Ooh, nice! Oh yeah. No, it's like, when you're making things, you're like, oh yeah, it's not gonna be that big. And then you look at it and you're like, oh. I've been doing that a lot this last, like, week as I've been looking at my stuff. I'm just like, oh my gosh, he's gonna be flipping huge. And is that a problem? No. Am I gonna be extremely happy? Yes. And is that the main thing that I'm going for? Yes. Because I love this evil man with his evil, evil plan. And then he gets everything he deserves in the final season. He gets everything he deserves and more. So this one is a little taller than the other one, but that should be fine. Because I'll be trimming this down. Not quite. Okay, what did I do differently in the other one? I can do it like that. That will work. Ah! No, stay on that one. You're not part of this foot. Where'd your pair go? Yes. Okay. How did I get it so that the first foot was like perfection? Like how? Because that foot was so good. I'm just like, I hope that this foot turns out half as decent as the other foot. I made that one a little too short, but I think I can make it work. Can I scoot this side back just a smidge? Whoops! Oh, no, stay here. Stay. Losing all my pieces. Because I want this part to stick out just a smidge. So I'll just need to put a little chunk in the back, which that's fine. Perfect! Alright. And then this will go up there. We're gonna have some feet. Okay. So we'll put this one down for the moment. Please stay there. Please. So I can work on 1 foot at a time. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, nice. That's gonna be pretty cool. But it's like, that's the fun of of like building. What you end up with is gonna be awesome. Alright, are we ready to glue some feet? I'm just gonna point us down a little bit more. I'm like, I don't want to take this part out, but I need to because I need to glue it. I can, however, do this to try to help me keep these in the same spot because I really like my placement for these. And nobody's going to see that part, so this side I'm okay with, but I can always make the lines. It doesn't hurt anything. Alright. We're going to break into this. Yeah, that's the hard part. Is like, if it's huge, you have to carry it around. That's kind of the same thing I'm dealing with in my head right now too, is I'm like, this is big, and if I take him off and wear something casual, I'm gonna have to carry him around. But it's like, we'll make it work. And if need be, we're not that far away from the convention hall for like our rooms. So we can always pop back if we need to. Even though I know we normally don't. we're going to glue down the supports first, I think, for each of the feet. And then we're going to let those dry for a few minutes. I just want to make sure that they've got enough time to settle before I start, like, yeeting foam on it that's pretty heavy. Little glue spider webs. But yeah, I think because we keep having tropical storms going through this week, that it's probably going to turn into a lot of cosplay building streams, which doesn't hurt my feelings. It's really good for me, honestly, at this point, because it makes me work on at least something. And then if people come in and join me, it makes me happy. And then I can share what I'm working with. Though I really need to start working on the chest piece, and I've been so bad about it. I'm like, this chest piece, the chest piece and the cod piece, I need to start working on them, but I just keep pushing it off, and I'm just like, I need to start working on them. It needs to happen. But I'm like, those pieces are so big that I don't want to do them on stream. I'd much rather do those off stream, because they're a very weird, like, angle, and they're very large, bulky pieces. So I would have to, like, set up on the floor and work on those if I were to stream it. And I'm just kind of like, no. No. That's not how it's gonna go. Okay, so I have those supports on. I'm going to pull up the other one and start working on those supports. Got to keep my feet seized together. I'm going to keep these two down here so I don't mix them up. Actually, no, I do need to take all of it up, because I need to draw out the shaping. This one's on this side, that one's on that side. Yes.
Fuck.
Yep. This is really bad. My brain, as I'm working on this, you know that commercial that's like, we have the beef?
Oh, Arby's? We have the meats?
We have the feets.
Stop! Cease.
Cease and desist.
I'm grabbing a blanket.
That's valid.
I'm trying something.
Mm-hmm.
I have some brown yarn for Tallulah's hair.
Yeah. I will warn you that Forrest is in the chat.
Hi, Forrest!
Okay.
Forrest knows about this. Forrest knows about this. I was
okay,
literally
good.
making it on.
I was...
No, it's not a surprise. It's not
Okay,
a surprise. I even talked about selling them.
Okay.
We
I was
also
just kind
talked
of
about,
like,
We
yeah.
also talked about business cards.
Yeah. Look at the feet, though. It's going to be
God.
so good.
Hi!
I tried to keep it very close to me so that people can see what I'm working on.
Also have to carry around a con. What are we talking about?
A bow.
Oh, Scars, or Hot Guy's bow?
Yeah.
Scars bow.
Scars bow.
Yeah. It's Scars, or Hot Guy. Stupid. He's so dumb. I love him. Scar is so stupid sometimes, and I love him to death. So I'm taking a little bit of hot water.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny bit, but I have to fill this to a minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll make some tea. But we're going to put a fuck ton of instant coffee in it. We're going to try and dye the yarn.
Dye it. Yeah.
Because the yarn I have is not a cute color.
It does not spark joy.
It's very tan rather than brown, so it doesn't look good as a hair.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is try and deepen that color with some instant coffee.
Yeah.
If I'm this way, where are they going to see me?
1 second.
Because I just need
So
to reach
up
over.
to the dress form,
Cool.
they can see.
I just need to grab this. Part of me wants to make coffee. Part of me also has to work tomorrow, but it's not until 4:30. I don't have a shift over 5. I think I told you that already.
Yeah.
Debbie and Leanna. Assholes. I will wipe off your spoon, but I'm using your spoon.
Okay.
I just
Because
need,
yeah, those spoons are hand wash.
I figured.
Just because they're the prize packaging, like.
They're plastic and
Yeah, and they have a middle that
handle.
the little handle pops open in the middle.
Just holding one of these makes me nostalgic because the way it feels
Mm-hmm.
with a scoop with a spoon.
Mm-hmm. I want my Treasure Planet
They
one.
are so textured,
Yeah.
though. I would not.
I want my
not be
Treasure
able to eat
Planet
that.
one. My Treasure Planet
my
one is at
God.
home, and I'm just like, I want it. I should have brought it back with me.
Okay, so we have a couple of strands to test, and everyone's like, "Oh, slip stitch to make the hair. Slip stitch
No.
is straight."
Yeah.
It would work if you wanted straight strands. I don't want straight strands. Tallulah's curly. Also, Forrest, I made the hat too small, I think. So it's time to try. I might try it out of a different thread. But also, I'm gonna try to make a bigger egg. So this little baby egg is gonna be a test. Because she's also stained. You know, little specks of orange. I figured out it was grease.
For
on the yarn.
yeah.
Because something slipped out of the trash bag that I had, like the trash can that
Oh,
I
okay.
had.
Yeah.
And it fell in the trash can and left a long ass line.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had it all in the trash can, all ready to go.
Yep.
No. This is gonna be the shittiest tasting coffee. This instant coffee. I need to buy more expensive instant coffee.
Yeah.
Because this is so bitter. There's no way of masking it either.
What are you doing, child? Please leave me alone.
Sir.
I don't need your
Sir.
help. You're hindering my work.
You're hindering my creativity.
You're stifling my creativity, Boo Bear.
I did not mean to put that much water in it. Time to just put more. I think this is done. Yeah, time to just put more coffee in it. Smoke! Somehow that didn't turn out as bad as I thought it was going to.
We glue.
I wanted to make it more of a sludge, but now we have just a really weirdly strong cup of coffee. No, this would taste horrible.
Oh yeah. You're talking to the person who doesn't drink coffee and thinks it just smells horrible.
Yeah, sorry for this strength of smell. Hopefully it doesn't linger while I leave.
It probably will, just because it wants to spite me.
Probably.
Yeah, Forrest is like, cat must assist. He just wants my attention and he wants to come sit on my lap, but I have the hot
You can
glue
easily
gun out.
come sit with me.
Yeah, he could.
Bastard!
He's a bitch.
Okay, how am I gonna do this? Because this doesn't wrap around my waist. And I got it. Test this. Bye.
I was gonna say, I cover most of the
Forrest,
screen.
Forrest, I have things you need to download. It's called Essential. Holy fuck, it's nice, and we don't have to use a server to do mods.
Nice.
Or play multiplayer.
Nice.
Put that on your Train Dragon?
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
Fuck yeah. Well, I don't watch Netflix so often.
Mm-hmm.
I bring it up, put on Stranger Things, and that's it.
That's me watching iZombie right now, so that's valid. Oh my gosh, I've been rewatching iZombie and it's making me want to cosplay. For the O? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. He just walked away, so he can't explain more, but he'll probably send it in the chat. But yes, I've been watching iZombie all over again, and I fucking love that show, even though it gets really weird. But they have the omnibus of the comics that's going to be coming out in October! I'm super pumped. I'm so excited because I haven't gotten to read the comics, and I always thought the comics were a little bit more similar to what the show is, but it's different, and I'm super excited to see what the differences are because I love the show, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to love the comics too. Because instead of a medical student, she's a grave digger. It's really cool. Yes, hello. Why are you screaming? Now we have a Toby in the chat. A little Toby and Bean Boy baby who now wants mama's attention. Well, she's got hot stuff in her hands. That sounds about right for my kids. What? What do you want? What do you want? Hello. What do you want, Toby? What? Why do you yell? They're both just like, Mother! Attention! They're like, attention, Mama! Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He's such a menace. Both of them are. Okay. So now the supports have been stuck into place. Hello. Hello, Toby. Come here. Come here. Up we go. A baby. He's upsetty now. Because he's like, oh, Mama picked me up? I don't want that. Look at this pretty boy. He's like, help. Mother, help. You're so silly. He menace boy. Oh, I didn't score the foam. That's okay. That's okay. I keep forgetting. I'll score the foam before I put the big pieces on, though. Now I have cat hair all over my foam. But feet, supports, we're getting there. I'm trying to decide if I want to put, like, toe beams on the bottom when I put the fabric on. I think it's going to happen. I think that will be something I will do solely for the fact that I'm over the top and it's stupid, but I love the idea of it. What? What do you want, sweetie? Mama's currently occupado. These should be all dry, and they hold pretty well. So we're going to do some scoring. And again, the scoring is just to help give a little bit extra surface area so that the glue will stick a little better, because I'm just using like hot glue. Like scoring has been actually working really well for me, so excuse you, what are you doing? They're menaces, I swear. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna go here. Very excited. He's going to have toe beams though, because now this is my problem, is that the reason why I personally want to do toe beams is because then I can put a really heavy duty fabric on the bottom that's lifted slightly. I'm planning on doing heavy duty fabric on the bottom anyways, and I'm probably just gonna do like a black outdoor fabric for the bottom, and then do like, if I can find a green in the heavy duty fabric, do toe beans with it. It's gonna be stupid as hell, but I'm gonna be in love with it. I'm just like, this brings me joy. This idea must have this stupid idea. He doesn't deserve it, but he will get it. I am just gonna glue this in parts. Get that hot glue flowing. Ah, I touched it. I touched the butt. It hurt. And I'm just like a slight bit farther in than what I was hoping, but that's okay. It should still work. And now I'm just gonna slowly follow around the edge of the shoe. But it's gonna be really funny. Nobody's gonna see it, but it's also gonna help me protect the underside of my shoes, which is something I really want to do. Protect the foam, protect my feet. Though this foam, the EVA foam that I'm wearing, awesome for protecting my feet, because it's basically like the impact foam that you're supposed to put under your feet when you're like standing for a long time, so it's gonna be a lot better than what I was originally working with Rain. However, my shoe glue for Rain should be in tomorrow. Get in there, glue. We're just gonna hold it for a few. Let it dry nicely. But yeah, no, toe beans on belos is gonna be beautiful. And there's gonna be very few people who see it, but it will bring me joy. And that's the main thing I'm concerned about, is me having joy from wearing this costume, which I feel like is very valid. Got a little squirt there on the bottom. But the feetsies are going well. The only people who are going to know about the toe beans are if anybody sees my work before the convention. Either through like Twitch or from me posting pictures in advance. I keep debating on crocheting little finger sleeves to be like the little goop that he turns into in Possesses Hunter. But I'm like, if I do that, that will be a at the end project of if I have enough time. I think it would be funny, but also I know it's extra work. And I'd rather focus my time on finishing the things that I'm wearing than little extras that I can give away because I don't have ribbons. And this is when, if I bring him back again next year, I can be like, find Belos's toe beans. That would be a stupid ass ribbon, but it would be so funny. Or be like, I saw Belos's toe beans. Something stupid. I'm like, please glue stuff. We're almost there. There's just a little left to glue. At least on this half of the foot. Because then we still have another foot to glue. Come on. And then once this is all glued and dried, I can start shaping it. I touched the glue and it hurts. But yes, I'm excited. I think this will be fun. This has been a lot of fun doing little like crafting streams. I will be going a little bit longer today though, because Tuesday I only had a few projects to work on. Today, as long as I can get these glued, I can work on the feet some more. Because mostly Tuesday, I just wanted to make sure I got everything, the shoe glued down properly so that I could do my walking test the next day. Which was fantastic. I'm super excited. They're extremely comfortable. And we have one half of the foot. Or, not really half, a little less than half of the foot, but still. It's glorious. How do I want to do this? Because this one I kind of have to force into its position, and then I'm going to have to glue it, because otherwise I'm not going to get it in the right shape. So I think I'm going to pretty much force it into its position and then just start gluing. So I'm going to start back on this end again. I just want to push this back. Get a little glue on the bottom. Get a little glue on this edge. Line them on up. I didn't really get any glue on that edge. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Better. I think that's one of the neighbor's dogs barking. I'm leaking glue out of the bottom and I'm like, uh-oh. It'll be fine. I just don't want to glue it to the table is the only thing. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem, it's me. So many little spider webbies. But yeah, I've been really good, and I told myself that I'm like, until I actually start working on Belos some more, I'm not allowed to rewatch Owl House again, until I start actively like working on him more. And now I'm actively working on him more, so as soon as I finish rewatching iZombie, go back to Owl House again. because I need my inspiration and I need my reference pictures. But I've been trying to be good because I have been watching Owl House so flippin' much. And it's like, that's good and all, but I'm watching it like on the daily. Okay, I just want to let it glue to the side of the shoe now. Touching it, which is not what I want. I'm like, I want it to like seal nicely, and I want to feel when it starts to cool down so that I know that it's safe for me to move on. Okay, just a little strip right along the edge. Just gonna hold it there for a little bit. And then I'll probably do another once over a little later to just go over like all of the edges really, really well. Now, how am I going to do this spot? Because I want to get in here. Let's try this. Just smack it down. Oh, my neighbor's out on his motorcycle. He must be trying to get it to safety before it rains again, or he thinks that it's not going to rain for the next few days. But with tropical storms, you never know. What side are you on? That side. Okay. Me totally forgetting that this is my work water bottle. Yay, yay. But it has water in it, so I want to drink the water. Oops, that was not ready. I'm just going to sit and hold it for a moment. I keep looking down, I'm like, I'm extremely close to this hot glue gun. Cause it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. We're gonna have feetsies by the end of this. And then all I have to do is make a pattern for it and put the fabric onto it, and then ultimate feetsies. Push that down, push that down. Grab another glue stick. Another reason why I want to use contact cement on the chest piece, even though the weather has not been good for it, is because it will stick a lot better than the hot glue gun for the EVA foam. Like, this green foam can take the hot glue gun really well. It just absorbs it a lot. But this is also going to get covered in fabric, so that helps balance it out a bit. We're getting there! Oops. Okay. Put a little glue in there, push her on down. This is a very long piece, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get underneath all of it. So I want to make sure that I get as much glue as possible in here. And try and squeeze them together. And we're just going to hold it for a few minutes. Let it cool down. Yeah, you haven't din-din? Okay, let's pull this up a little so it's up on top. Okay. Went around the edges. I'm so excited for this. I think this is going to be really good. I don't think I'm going to enter in the contest this year. Maybe potentially next year. But we'll see. You never know. Kind of depends on how long it takes me to finish the rest of it. Because we're already extremely close to the convention date, and I know that they've been getting low on spots for the contest. I haven't seen them saying they were full yet, but I'm still leaning more towards I'm most likely not entering the contest for this year. Just for my own mental sake. But I'm excited. It'll be fun. It's going to be awesome to run around, and it'll be awesome to see some Owl House cosplayers when I'm wearing it. And I'm hoping that I've made it comfortable enough that I can wear it fully for Saturday. Because if I can wear this all of Saturday, and not have to take it off and be Bitch Boy Belos, I will be pumped. But am I expecting to be Bitch Boy Belos? Yes. For at least a little bit. Very, very hot glue. I'm just trying to make sure I plan ahead preemptively. Because Bitch Boy Belos will be a necessity for if I get too hot and I need to cool down. But we have a foot! We have a feetsies! And I was astounded. I accidentally put foot in my post earlier, and I didn't have any weirdos attack my post. Nobody asked me for foot DMs, though I do have my messages blocked if I follow them. So that helps a lot. It has taken me an hour to do one foot, and I'm not even done with the foot yet. I'm gonna have have to hold this one longer. And I want to throw in a little bit more glue. It's just because there's a lot of pressure at this point in the back compared to the rest of the foot. So I understand why it wants a little bit extra glue, and the fabric will help a lot with this to keep it all together really nicely. Also, Belos has a stupid little, like, drip cuff, and I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I think I'm just going to do it with fabric, though. Drape a little extra fabric there, have that be where my seam is for the boots, like where I have like a zipper or something on the inside. That's at least what I'm kind of thinking. And then I'm thinking I might potentially also make some flats that I can wear with this. I'm not going to do the toes with it, it's just basically going to be flats, and I'm just going to cover them in fabric, or see if I can just get some matte black flats that cover my feet, like jazz shoes or something. Have life be easy if my feetsies get sore. Or honestly, get Grandpa Belos some flippy floppies. Just have it be really funny. Grandpa Belos. Evil mastermind Grandpa Belos. Okay. I think that is pretty solid. This is a honky, hefty foot. And then I want to glue this piece up here. And I'm going to shape it down. Hey Alex, how you doing? We went with cosplay because we were having the tropical storm earlier today, and if my power goes out, I'll cry while I'm playing Amnesia. It will not be good cries, it will be sad cries. It will not be cries of terror from playing the game, it will just be sad cries of me being devastated that I have to go through terror again and know what I'm going into. Also, did you figure out that part you were working on? Because if not, and if you decide to stream today and or tomorrow, potentially tomorrow, I can help. Potentially. I have not played farther, so I don't know completely what is happening yet, but I might be able to help with some puzzles. And, aww, you're busy this weekend? Psh, you're fair. Very fair. I'm potentially going to a convention tomorrow. There's a little local one at the library that I'm not running this time. So I'm like, I can go take a little peek, see how they run that one, and kind of just enjoy myself and not be volunteering. Because yeah, you've been playing on hot. Okay, you've been playing on Xbox. Which tells me that you got that fixed, which is wonderful. Look at this, Pete. It's gonna be beautiful. What's the bro? What's up? We're making feet. What direction do I even want to do this piece? I think this way might be easiest for shaping. Please, hot glue. You're not done yet. That's not allowed. Aww. Yeah, conventions can be expensive. Especially Comic-Cons. Comic-Cons are usually a little bit more expensive. The one I'm going to is a free library event. And I volunteered at one that was at one of their other branches this year, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm excited to go and meet some new people over at this other one. Potentially see if I can offer my services next year. Probably not, because they're probably going to end up having it while I'm busy, but that's okay. Or it's going to be after multiple conventions, and I'm not going to want to volunteer at the con. Which is extremely valid. But yeah, I'm doing this to get Belos ready for TechoCon. That is happening in a little less than a month, because I'm heading up there on the Wednesday before the convention, and I don't want to try to be doing any work in the hotel room. Oh yeah, no, Comic-Con, like, there's a few Comic-Cons, and the same people run it across multiple locations. But yeah, they will sell out extremely quickly, no matter where you put them. We have a foot. I'm very proud of this foot. Now we get to start working on the next foot. And here we go again. This one, however, doesn't line up as well. Yeah, free foot pick. That is honestly what I should have named my stream, but I would have gotten very weird people in here. Which is not what I'm looking for. I'm fine with weird people coming into my stream and chatting with me, because I love chatting with people. But if they're just coming in to try to get free feet pics, no thank you. There are plenty of other streamers who do that. I am not one of them. The only free feet pic they get are Belos. Okay, we're doing this side first. Because that worked really well last time. Sit. Okay, clear out my space a little bit so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's get a few glue sticks out so I have them on guard. I did a walking test with these. I can walk in these really well, and I'm super pleased. I love how this is just like, it is not good for foam. Well, I can say otherwise, because it seemed to glue pretty decently to the foam that I'm using. You see on the back, it's just like, foam not checked. Well, I can disprove that one very quickly. Okay, I just want to get a nice little starting point going. There we go. Now I just have to let it sit and set for a second. I'm trying to keep what I'm working on in the middle of the screen. It's not working very well, but I'm trying. That will help a little bit more. These, yeah, most of this is just glue drying. Me waiting for glue to dry, which is fine. Gives me time to chat. It gives me time to look up at the comments, at the chat. I'm just like, I just want to make sure that it is glued properly and securely. These feet are going to be very heavy on my feet, but it's going to be good. I'm very excited. Get that in there pretty far, and then get that in towards the edge, and then just go in there and press. I'm like, I don't want it going too far over the edge, but it's likely gonna happen. Also, I keep putting my hand extremely close to the hot glue gun, and I'm just like, if it happens, it happens. I don't want it to happen, but if it happens, it happens. Just gonna keep holding it for a little bit longer. That foot is drying nicely down there. I'll probably do some shaping tonight on these as well. While I'm shaping the other foot, this foot will dry, and vice versa. So I'm excited. This is gonna be so good. Thought I got all of this part. Didn't quite get all of it, but that's okay. Do I have any music playing? No. It's just the songs in my head. Collecting one. Oops. Going over the edge a little bit, not what I want. Okay. Kevin. Just gonna lay it on its side and squeeze down. But I'm having fun making these. I'm having fun learning new techniques, learning about like soft foam smithing and things like that. Pretty much fursuit building. It's been a lot of fun. And if I ever decide to make my own full fursuit, I'm getting a different hot glue gun. It will be a big one. It will not be this teeny tiny puny little itty bitty hot glue gun that makes me suffer. Alright. Just let that glue a second. I also feel really bad because I think this glue gun is dying a slow and painful death, and it's all my fault. And it knows it. It knows it, I know it, I feel real bad, but there's not much that I can do. Which again, if I make anything else like this, I'm getting a bigger hot glue gun. But I just want to hold it for so long, make sure it all sticks properly. I'm so glad that it's finally Friday. I've been having such a good time with this build. Look it, we got half the foot done. Now we get to go back to the other side. I'm just like, if I can just keep moving into it and just work, then I can be happy. I can get some shit done. I just don't want to push too much. I don't want to burn myself out, basically, but I want to, like, push myself to get some of this done. I can't play rehearsal, I have Be More Chill stuck in my head. It is just so universal, and it's starting. Oh, I need another glue stick. Here we go again. There's more and more glue. Okay, we'll glue the bottom. And then we'll glue the side. Let's get this zipper out a little bit early, so I don't forget about it like the other one. Here we go again. I honestly should have music, but if I do want to post these in the future, I don't want to DMCA myself. DMCA myself with my VODs. Even though it's just me singing, I don't own the copyrights to the songs, sadly. That'd be really cool, but I don't. These peats are on fire. These peats are on fire. We're walking on fire. I have the most random jukebox of a brain. I love it some days and I hate it. I hate it on others. Okay, I think that's as good as that's gonna get. Make sure I just lather on a ton of glue there. Get any glue on the inside of that? No, that's okay. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry. That's good enough. Okay. Next glue stick. Just lather it on up in there. But yeah, these shoes are, because I am a size 8, these shoes are about a foot long, so they're about 4-ish inches more than mine, more than my normal shoe. And this is a heel, so my feet are even shorter, in like, because they're on an angle. The things I do to try to look cool. Cool for cosplay. Will I actually look cool? No. Will I try? 1000% yes. Cause you're too cool for school. You treat me like a fool. Just let it go. You should know this, you should know it. Party on my own. Again, I have the weirdest jukebox in my brain, and I'm sorry. We got Katy Perry up in here today. So raise your glass if you were wrong in all the right ways. Gonna continue to glue. These are looking really good though. I'm very pleased, and I'm very excited for these to be done. Because then I can do some shaping, and then I get to do I'm trying to figure out how I want to do my patterning, if I'm going to do that on stream or off stream. Probably going to be off stream, and then all of the sewing is going to be off stream, solely for the fact that it is going to be very, very loud. But I will be posting updates as I work on stuff. And I'm hoping to pick up fabric this week, depending on the weather and depending on the availability of it in the stores that I want to go to. AKA Joann's, but they should have it. Last I was looking, they had it. I'm like, I just want these back part to glue. If that doesn't quite fit it, that's fine. If I can get the back part to glue together, then I'm solid. Alright, let's pick another time. My computer that has my reference picture on it is just like, we want to restart. Please let us restart. We have an update. I'm just like, I am so sorry, computer. You're going to have to wait at least another few hours. Let's get another glue stick, because I've gone through like 20 already in this stream. I want to touch it though. There we go. Now we just hold and wait and be patient so that it can glue and properly seal together. And then we get to glue the toe parts onto it, and then we can start shaping a little bit. And then the feetsies are complete. Or at least the feetsies shaping is complete. I think I'm probably going to go about 2 hours today is what I'm thinking. Oh my god, I'm already an hour and a half. Maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours. We'll see what happens. All depends on how long this shaping takes me. Because that's pretty much the main thing I want to work on today, is to do that. And then get these feet glued together. Because once those parts are done, then I'm good. And the feet are pretty much done and ready to be fabriced. Which is going to be awesome! It's going to be awesome and it's going to suck at the same time. Because I'm just like... I have to make patterns. And then I have to cut out all my fabric. So it's going to be a lot of work. But it'll be really cool in the end. Still gluing. There's a lot of pressure in the back. So I'm trying to make sure I hold it to as long as I can to try to give it as much oomph to hold together as possible. The fabric will help a lot as soon as I have the fabric on it. Because that will help hold it together. Still gotta hold. Come on, please glue faster. Please, please glue faster. Alright. It is glued. It is not a perfect seam, but it's a good seam. So now how do I want to do you? Does it fit better this way or this way? I think it fits better this way. Or, do you fit better that way and that way? No. That's not too bad. How did I do the other one? Tall on the top. Okay. I'll continue to do that trend. There we go. That looks nice. That looks decent. And then I'll be trimming off that trimmed part. Anyways. Okay. Perfect. And now we just glue the life out of this section of the shoe. Plop her on in there. And just let it absorb the glue. Push it all together. Hope that it all seals nicely. And then we glue the other side. And I'm not like compressing down the foam or anything, so it shouldn't, like this is a very hard shoe as well, so it shouldn't cause me any problems getting my foot into the shoe in the long run. I'll honestly probably loosen the laces quite a bit so that I have a little extra room to be able to get in and out of it. I'm going to at least keep the laces as visible, like easy for me to get to as possible. Accessible, not visible. Okay. But we'll let these glue, we'll let them sit and be happy and merry and bright. But we have 2 feet. 1 foot, 2 foot, red foot, blue foot. He has black and green feet. I want to use these ones. Oh, I need my reference though. Oops. Why did it do that one? Hopefully it didn't try retweeting that one. I would like to go to my profile. Go away, I know. That would be why, because you're not connected to the Wi-Fi for some reason again. Go. Alright. So first off, I'm going to move that up there. Break those off, put them in the sacrifice bowl. And then we're just kind of go at this. And around the edges here. Bevel the edges. Obviously, we're going to break out the big ones. Possibly. I'm like trying to figure out what my best grip is on these shoes. That looks nice. And this is where we're going to take away little by little. Until we get to the shape that we want. Because it's going to be covered up by fabric. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's all shedding everywhere on me. That's okay. I don't want to fight with the zipper. Got a good start there, and now we just continue to shape, but first, put that zipper up so it's out of the way. This is where foam is just going to slowly start flying everywhere as I just smooth down some of these edges. It's very relaxing, but it takes forever. Especially if you're a somewhat perfectionist like me. I'm like a half perfectionist. I'm like, some days I give zero shits, and other days I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks like shit, I can't. Alright, I'll probably break out the smaller scissors to do a little bit more detailing. Did you actually connect to the Wi-Fi? Good. Why are you still trying to show me that one? That beautiful beveling. Let us retweet that again because I'm still going. Yeah, let's break out the small one. Alright, I'm going to face it towards me so I can do some of these smaller details. Flying right at me. I'm like, this piece does not need to be this tall. There we go. Better. It's getting there. Okay. That side looks good. It's like absolutely nobody is going to see those parts. However, I will know they're there. When the foam goes flying, I don't know what song this is from, but it's randomly popping in my head. Catch all the stowaways, try to get them in the little jar. And we have a foot. That's a nice looking foot. It works really well. Okay, one foot is shaped. On to the other foot. I don't know, it's so relaxing sometimes to do the foam shaping, and other times, not so much. I am going to take this side down a smidge more than I did the other side. or the other foot I should say, just because I want to give the zipper as much room as possible to open and close. And this side is slightly higher because of how I had to cut one of the sides, or how I had to shape one of the sides. But that looks good. Okay. I have in my head the song from one of the Christmas movies. I think it's The Story of Santa Claus is the name of the movie. My brain is not remembering. I haven't gotten to watch those in forever because I don't have cable. But it's one of the claymation ones from like the 50s. I adore that one. Or it's like Santa Claus is coming to town, one of those two. But they do the one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor and out the door. It's such a good song. And my brain is just producing all of these different feet songs, and I'm just like, yeah, that's how it's gonna go. Because we got feet on the brain. That looks nice. I like that. That looks really good. I'm not going to try to do anything with that part. I'm going to shape this side just a little bit more. Just a little tiny bit more beveling on the outside. 'Cause you put one foot in front of the other, and soon I'm pretty sure it's the story of Saint Nick is something like its title. Such a good one. I love that one. All of the claymation ones have a very special and dear place in my heart. Where are you getting so stuck? It's supposed to spring. It's not enjoying the foam workout as much as some of the other scissors I have do. None of my scissors enjoy the foam workout. What am I saying? 'Cause you'll put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. What makes it so annoying to me is I'm thinking of Christmas movies and Christmas songs, and it's not even July. But I am a Christmas baby, almost, so Christmas songs are always stuck in my head. Oops. Okay, okay. Getting there. Beautiful. That looks really nice. Okay. And we'll do this. And we'll do this. Okay. Not as nice as the other foot, but that's okay. down just a smidge. There we go. That's looking good. Give this part a little tiny trim. Perfect. And now, clean up a little bit, real quick. Oh, get the foam off of my hands. It's now going everywhere. And now we have 2 feetsies. 2 little peats. 1 peat here. And 1 peat here. I think they look really nice. I could potentially do a little bit more definition going up from this, but I know that my fabric is going to help with that as well. But look how nice these look. These are going to be awesome. I'm so excited. And they can go all the way down and all the way up, all the way down and all the way up. Perfect. Oh, so excited. All right. You're so tired. Aww. What time do you get off work? Hopefully soon. I'm honestly feeling tired, but I'm trying to like push myself through because I want to work on these and I want to get these done. And these are pretty much done now. I'm super excited. I'm super happy. They look really nice. Like, I'm excited. These are going to be really, really nice. I may take this down just a smidge more and this down just a smidge, but I love it. They look great. Oh, I'm so excited for these. These are going to be so good. But yeah, I think that is where my stream is likely going to end. I'm a little shy of 2 hours. I'm going to let these dry overnight so that everything is hopefully as solid as it possibly can be before I try them on again and wear them and walk around with them, being fully engulfed in foam. That shouldn't change too much other than the weight distribution, which I'll have to watch out for. Shouldn't be too bad though. I think that I can handle that. And then off stream, I'm probably going to work on the chest piece either tomorrow or on Sunday, depending on how the weather is and depending on if I go to the local convention or not. I'm hopefully going to break out the sewing machine tomorrow as well, and if I do that, then at least I will be able to sew up the piece for the headpiece, and then I can start gluing these pieces onto the headpiece, and I can start making the mask part. And I can work on that and fill that in and do all of that, which will be great. I'm super excited for that as well. But yeah, I've got a lot of things in the works, and I'm very excited for all of these things, and it's going to be awesome. Yep, 3 feet. They look really nice, though. Like, not gonna lie, they look pretty swell. I'm super excited. Okay, but yeah, with that, I'm probably going to head off for tonight. It took me 2 hours to finish both feet. I am most likely going to, again, work on the chest piece sometime tomorrow, and the little cod piece part probably tomorrow or on Sunday. I'm most likely going to do that just with me. I'm not going to stream it tomorrow night. I'll probably be playing Amnesia as long as the tropical storm isn't hitting. Because I can hold off on Outlast Trials as long as I want to. But yes, I'm super excited. This has been really good. thank you. I'll catch you later. Hopefully work goes well for you. My next stream is, of course, on Saturday, which is tomorrow. It's going to be either Amnesia or Outlast Trials. And then next week, I'm probably going to see what my schedule is, like, how much I get done this weekend, and go from there on how I'm planning my schedule for next week. It's potentially going to be, I do cosplay on Tuesday, and then Friday and Saturday I try to stick to the same schedule where I'm doing Amnesia on Friday and then Outlast Trials on Saturday, and continue on from there. But I will post that both in the Discord and on my Twitter. So thank you again for joining me tonight. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope work goes well for you, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.